Another Jeep Gladiator Stubby Bumper Mod, just to keep things where they're supposed to be. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here. That's right. I'm going to do another little, actually a little mod, a little finishing job, I guess, on my stubby bumper. Now, what I'm talking about, the one thing about this knockoff bumper, it comes with a lot of holes in it, right? And most of them are threaded, so you can just go ahead and put a bolt in. No big deal. Takes up the hole, makes it look a little meaner, makes it look a little more finished, right? But down here on the side, you have this big gaping hole right here. I don't know if this is for sensors or what it's for, but it's always just kind of bugged me, right? Now, what I've been doing since I put it in, the kit came with this little, I don't know what you call it, grommet kind of thing. And it fits in there like so, which is pretty good, right? But the problem is there's really nothing holding it in there. It can just fall out. Now, I didn't want to lose it. I did go ahead and put these in, but it keeps bugging me that they're in there without anything holding them in. There's not even much pressure on them, really. So I've been trying to come up with a way to either secure these or replace them with something else. So we're going to take a quick little trip to Lowe's, my favorite store, and see what we can find. Got my little bounty here from Lowe's. Cost me a whopping $4.88. Let me show you what I've got. There are a couple different options I'm kind of looking into for this. First of all, just a cotter pin. This is a 5/32 1.5. You guys can see right there. And the idea is maybe to go ahead, stick this little holder back through. Let's get some more light in here. Stick this back through and then put just a cotter pin, bend the end over like that, so it can't fall out. That's my least favorite option. Secondly, I found a couple of grommets that actually have slits in them here that I'm hoping I can put in the hole and be done. Pressure will hold them in, and hopefully they'll fit in the holes. You notice they do have a hole in them. That's not that big a deal. That doesn't bother me. I mean, this has a much bigger hole, right? So we're going to try these first and see if they fit. That would be ideal for me, and then I'm done. The other thing is this little, and I'd never seen these before, they call it a safety pin fastener, and it really looks, spread them out a little in there for you maybe. It really does look just like a safety pin, right? Now, the idea there, once again, is to go ahead and stick that safety pin through the slots here on the sides, clamp it, and that should hold this from ever falling out, should it loosen up at all. This is probably my second favorite option if these grommets don't work. So let's take these over, or one of them anyway, and see if indeed they fit, and then I'll be done. Out here at the Jeep, I've got my little grommet here. I'm not holding out much hope on that. They're stiff, and I mean, obviously you want them to be stiff, but They're really too big, unfortunately. I don't see any real good way to jam this thing in there. It's too bad. That would have been my favorite way to do it, but I don't see how that's gonna work. So we're gonna move on to number 2. As you saw there, that did not work. So we're going to move on to my second option, which are these safety pin things. I think this should work just fine, but we're gonna see. Now, some of you may say, well, wait, those are silver. You don't like chrome. Well, they're gonna be hidden back here. You're never gonna see them. So the way these work, they just kind of pull off over the edge, in theory, like a safety pin would, like so. And then you should be able to just stick these through the hole, I'm hoping, like so. And then you should be able to just fasten them over the edge like that. That's the idea. That's what we want it to look like. So let's go ahead, mount this sucker in there. And then seeing back behind there to do this, I guess I'll probably have to do that maybe from the top. Let's see, and let's make it, yeah, probably sideways like that. So let's get up here above. What should have been probably a 5-minute job, maybe less, turned into about 15 minutes. And that's just because of trying to compress that little safety pin thing with no space to work in. So let me show you the final product. We have the little, we're gonna call it a grommet, I guess. You can see how loose that is. I probably loosened it up putting the thing in there. I'll have to turn it around a little bit. If I turn it, it kind of grabs something in there and gets a little bit tighter. You guys can see right there, actually. But that's one on this side. And of course, the other one over here on the driver's side. And let me show you behind how I did the little safety pin thing. Let's see, you guys can see it right here. It's just going through the 2 slots on the little cap, of course. And that's about it. You can't see anything, as you notice when you're up here. Even if you're looking around from the back, I mean, you'd really have to look down in there to see it down in there. I don't think it would probably catch the eye. Unless, of course, the sun was blasting and maybe it reflected, I don't know. But we're not gonna worry about that little trivial detail. So, it's just a simple little Gladiator Rubicon bumper mod. Nothing very complicated, but just something to kind of finish it off a little bit. I think now I'm finally satisfied with the way that it looks. And I'll show you an example. If you look at my wife's here, she's got some holes here. Now this is of course for a flag. If you're out off-roading somewhere, that's the point of this hole. I do not have that on mine. And then she's got another hole here that needs a threaded screw. Still need to find one for that. And then another hole here. So, you know, just the little finishing touches, I guess. I mean, you could imagine if some of these bolts didn't, or holes rather, didn't have bolts in them, it would look unfinished. And the idea, again, is just to come up with a finished looking product. I think it just looks more professional that way, and it looks better, I think. So that's it. I think I am finally completely done with my 3-piece Gladiator Rubicon style bumper. If you didn't see before, this is the knockoff. This is the eBay $400 and some odd version versus the Mopar $1,000 plus version. Well worth it in my opinion. I highly recommend it. There are some differences. I put a video out about that. Quality wise, seems to be just as good to me. No issues with it whatsoever. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my what should have been really, really simple and quick mod. Would you go to this trouble? The little details? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I have 2 other channels. The second one is Robmotive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma back here. And then a third, which is Robmotive Civic, And it's all about, at this time, my previous Honda Civics, both a Civic Sport hatch and a Civic Type R. Check those out, subscribe if you would. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.